This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
For your information, we waste no time and talk with the Hazleton City Authority's Executive Director about waste removal in the city. It's Friday Eve. Thank you for hanging out with the FYI crew. I'm Ken Kara, and right now I'm going to read some headlines from FYI News 13 and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The next superintendent of the Hazleton Area School District is expected to be named on Monday. That's when the Hazleton Area School Board will hold a special meeting. The final three candidates include the district's current Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Craig Butler, and the current Director of Elementary and Middle School Operations, George Donati. The third candidate is David Bott, the Superintendent of the Ben Salem Area School District. Monday's meeting will be held at 6 p.m. in the large group instruction room at the District Administration Building. Classmates, family, and friends gathered on Tuesday at the Shenandoah Valley High School to remember a classmate. A special vigil was held in the school's auditorium to remember Torg Stutz. The Shenandoah Valley sophomore died in a drowning accident in a stripping mine pit in West Monoy Township on May 26th. There were tears and fond memories shared by the more than 150 people who came out to celebrate their friend's life. A video of Torg's life was shown, and afterwards everyone took part in a balloon and dove release outside. The teen's mother and sister also spoke during the solemn ceremony in Shenandoah. Schuylkill County Coroner Dr. David Moylan III says that people often ask his office for information, and that information will be available at their fingertips. The information will now be accessible via a new website that will provide death statistics and other information. Previously, only basic information was available. Dr. Moylan says that he paid someone with his own money less than $1,000 to design the new website, and he chose the content that will be made available to the public. We put the website up on your screen. You can also access the website via the Schuylkill County website. Congressman Lou Barletta is now hoping that the fourth time will be the charm. Today, for the fourth time, the congressman introduced legislation that would protect volunteer firefighters and emergency responders from what he calls the unintended consequences of Obamacare. The Protecting Volunteer Firefighters and Emergency Responders Act ensures that emergency service volunteers are not counted as full-time employees by the Internal Revenue Service under the employer mandate of Obamacare. Barletta believes that if the volunteer fire companies were subject to the mandates, they could be liable for crippling new health care costs, causing them to close their doors. The legislation passed unanimously in the House on 3 different occasions, only to fail because of actions in the Senate. The bill has the support of the National Volunteer Fire Council, the International Association of Fire Chiefs, and the Congressional Fire Services Institute. 2 beaches in our area are closed due to high chloroform levels. On Wednesday, the beach at Beltsville State Park in Carbon County was closed as a result of high bacteria levels. Now word that the beach at Locust Lake State Park in Schuylkill County was also closed because of high bacteria levels in the water. Both beaches will remain closed until further notice. Well, yesterday, FYI told you about the efforts of the City of Hazleton, their Hazleton City Authority, to ensure that residents comply with city ordinances regarding garbage and recycling pickup in the city. FYI's Lisa Sugart has more on the reason for guidelines and the penalty for those who do not comply.
The warmer weather can pose some serious problems when it comes to putting out your garbage in the city of Hazleton. And here to tell us the proper way to put it out and when it makes it safe for everybody involved is Randy Cahalan, who is the Executive Director of the Hazleton City Authority. Thank you for being here, Mr. Cahalan. I know there's been an ad in the paper and you're trying to get the word out as best as possible on the proper time for people to put their garbage out in the city of Hazleton and their recyclables.
Yeah, we're just trying to let people know that it's time not before 1 hour before sundown. If you put your garbage out earlier than that, it can be a problem with wind and weather, and the garbage heats up and smells. So we're really asking people to be aware of the fact that the city ordinance says that you can only put your garbage out 1 hour prior to sundown. Earlier than that, then you can be subject to fines. Those fines are given through the city code enforcement. We really don't have anything to do with that, but you are subject to fines. We're trying to make people aware of that and just trying to make the city look cleaner and make sure that there's not garbage all over the place when it shouldn't be there.
I'm sure it's a health concern, especially when we get into the 80-plus degree days and garbage is literally out fermenting on the sidewalks.
Definitely this time of year, that becomes a real problem. It's closer to the time when they're going to pick it up if you put it out 1 hour before sundown, and you don't get all the smells and the decaying out with it being in the hot sun. So it is definitely an advantage. We're asking people to not put it out prior to 1 hour before sundown.
And if they don't listen, what is the fine they will face?
Well, I think the city is given a $50 fine if it's put out too early. Again, that's city code enforcement, but you are subject to that if you don't obey the ordinance.
Now, you're also telling them to put their recyclables out at the same time. And for anybody who needs the recycling bins, you have those as well.
We still have bins. We had an 8-day event a couple weeks ago that people could come up to the authority office and pick up bins, but they are still available. If anybody still needs a bin, just come up to our office and present your bill, and we'll present you with a recycling bin. We are trying to really improve the recycling in the city and make sure that people are doing the recycling. It's a benefit for the community.
Absolutely. If anybody watching has any questions about recycling or the garbage times, who do they contact?
Well, as far as anything with garbage or recycling, you can call our office. It's 570-454-2401. If it has to do with code enforcement and fines that you're getting, that would really be the city. We can't do anything with that. But and then if there are scheduling issues, call Kreitzer. They have a telephone number that's available, and online you can contact either of the three online.
Alrighty. Very important information if you live in the city of Hazleton or have a business and you'll be putting out your garbage or recyclables. Please follow the ordinance or you'll end up being fined.
Thanks a lot, Lisa. So later on FYI, we check in on two athletes who are having success at the college level. See if you can keep up with Donald Pollitt and Allison Updike on the Sportscast. When we come back after this break, Lisa Sugart sits down with the producer and director of the MPB Players to talk about their next performance.
This is FYI News 13, brought to you by SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Well, Krista Snyder, the executive director of the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress, is back to give us more of the festivities taking place tomorrow as part of First Friday in downtown Hazleton. It's Say Hello to Summer. We heard about all the art, cultural events, entertainment events, so many of them. And now you're going to focus on the kids' events and some special merchant events going on.
That's right. There's a few children's events. One in particular is new. The YMCA is hosting a family Nerf war. Now that's you have to register in advance for that. You register as a family or as an individual, and they have like an indoor Nerf war contest or something like that they're doing. So if you're interested in that, you should contact the Y. Okay. That's from 6:30 to 8. There's also the Hazleton Area Public Library is kicking off their reading program that day, and they have a cool summer craft program for the kids. And then there's a couple merchant promotions, one of which is geared towards kids. It's Facets of Dance. They're having pageantry modeling classes for children. Posture, walking, public speaking, even at that age. I guess if you're interested in having your kids getting involved in pageantry or that sort of thing, that's
or TV.
Yeah, that's something to check out. And then Felons is actually hosting a Pearl Clinic that's free. So if you're the pearl, I understand, is the birthstone for the month of June. So if you have pearls, you want to know, if they're real or not, you could come in to Felons. They'll tell you for free. And then Grand Central is having outdoor grilling, cooking demonstrations, and I guess you get to taste whatever they cook on the grill for the Weber grills that they sell. So they're having that from 2 to 5 at Grand Central.
Wow.
So
Okay, so a lot of unique and interesting things.
And I should also mention that when we talked earlier, we talked about the professional wrestling at the sanctuary, and that actually is free for kids under 10 as well. So,
and that's taking place what time?
That takes place at 7 p.m.
All right. So this is all happening tomorrow right here in downtown Hazleton. If they want to get the whole schedule, they go to?
Our website, downtownhazleton.org. You could print out a flyer with the whole schedule, events and locations, and a Google map if you want to check out different addresses and see where everything's located.
All right. Well, it sounds like a lot happening, definitely, for this one. They're getting bigger and better every time you come in and talk about them. So congratulations on the success of this.
Thank you. Yeah, we're excited. So we're hopeful for good weather and good turnout.
All right. First Friday tomorrow right here in downtown Hazleton.
Time now for FYI News 13 weather.
I used to run this trail at Community Park in Hazel Township. One day I saw a deer out there and ran away like it was a hungry tiger. I was brave and got this weather shot for you today, and not a bad day in our area. Here's our local forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, isolated showers. It's going to be cloudy with a low around 53. Chance of precipitation is 20%. Here's the extended forecast. On Friday, 30% chance of showers with thunderstorms also possible after 1 p.m. Mostly cloudy with a high near 71 degrees. On Friday night, there's another chance of showers and thunderstorms. 30% chance, mostly cloudy with a low around 59. Saturday, slight chance of showers before 9 a.m., then a mostly sunny day with a high near 79 degrees. Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 54. Sunday will be partly sunny, high of 73. Sunday night, cloudy with a low around 55. On Monday, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms. Our high will be 74 degrees, and on Monday night, 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms. The low will be 62 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop on in for a cold treat including our ice cream and yogurt, or some hot food including our burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton. Treat yourself today.
The curtain will go up on a wonderful production this weekend right here in the city of Hazleton. Here to tell us all about it is Judy Ann McGrogan, who is the producer and director of the MPB Players. They are presenting their 7th annual variety show. I can't believe it's 7 years already that you're doing this.
It is, and it's so much fun. It's something that we started doing years back, partially as a benefit for a local nonprofit. And what we did is we've benefited a different nonprofit every year. And we just put together these great shows. Everybody gets together and comes up with a theme and comes up with some ideas for music. And we just have a great time with it.
So what's the theme for this year's show?
This year's theme is the best of Broadway, and we're really excited about it. We've got all kinds of different shows represented, everything from Fiddler on the Roof to Sound of Music, The Producers, shows that we've done in the past, like there's music from Damn Yankees, shows that the MPB Players, a very family-oriented group, will never do, like Best Little Whorehouse in Texas or Hair, things like that. But the music is great, and that's what it's all about. We have a wonderful cast ranging in age from about 7 to about 70-some. They sing, they dance, they act. Bobby Seaman is back as our MC, and everybody knows Bobby. He's funny, he's great. He'll pull the show together for us. It's just a great night of all different kinds of entertainment. And this year, the beneficiary of our production is SAFE, which is an autism awareness group. We actually had some families within our organization that had been involved, and they recommended them. So a portion of all of our proceeds will go toward that organization.
Well, how nice is that? Great entertainment, and I've been to these shows in the past. They're wonderful. Judy Ann always does a phenomenal job with all the kids and the adults as well. So we need to know when the times and the days are that we're going to see this great show.
It's this Friday and Saturday at 7 o'clock, and Sunday, 2 o'clock matinee. We're at Trinity Lutheran Church. It's a great location for this kind of show because it's a nice small stage. It's handicapped accessible, and tickets are really reasonable. We only charge $7 for reserved seats, $6 if you get them at the door, and there's also children's prices too. We just want everybody to come and have a good time and enjoy it.
And if they want to get their tickets in advance, who do they call?
They can call 570-454-0178, or they can email me at mcgroganj@gmail.com.
All right, all the important details. All you have to do is come out and enjoy this wonderful 7th annual variety show, The Best of Broadway, from the MPB Players. Congratulations. I'm sure it's going to be another great hit.
Thanks a lot, Lisa.
All righty. Judy Ann McGrogan.
Once again, thank you, Lisa. Here's your midday winning Pennsylvania lottery numbers: pick 239, pick 3 449, pick 4 7219, and pick 5 09287. Your winning lottery numbers on FYI, brought to you by Boyer Insurance Agency, with 2 locations to serve you, one in Cunningham on Sugarloaf Avenue, the other in Nescapec on Broad Street. Reach them in Cunningham at 570-788-3543 and in Nescapec at 570-752-7683. There's a lot going on in the Sportscast. Come back after this.
This is FYI News 13 Sports.
So there's a Justice League movie coming out eventually. I suggest former Hazleton area Cougar Donald Pollitt play the role of the Flash. They don't even have to use CGI or anything. They can just let Pollitt do his running thing. Pollitt won 2 state championships in the 110-meter hurdles while at the Big HA at Syracuse University. He was a second-team All-American in 2013, and now he has a shot at a national championship in the 110-meter high hurdles. Here's what Pollitt told Cuse TV about the NCAA Division I track and field championships next week.
The focus is just to get prepared, I don't really have any focus on, as far as my race go. I'm just trying to just get myself in a position where I can just go out there and repeat and get All-American honors once again. There's one thing Coach told us before we ran. He was just like, the people that you're running against, you guys are just as good as them, and if not better. So it's like, don't treat them as if like these people are on a pedestal and they're better than you. You go out there and you run your race and you just act like you're better than them. And if you do that, then you'll win the race and you'll do what you need to do. And that was the mindset I had going into the quarterfinals at regionals. And I came out and I won my heat and qualified. So I'm gonna use the same concept for national. A lot of these kids, they might run well prior to national, or they might have good PRs, but when I get in the same heat, in the same conditions, and I'm running right next to them, they know it's anybody's race. So if I just keep that mindset, they know I can beat these guys, they aren't anything, then I can just use that, and I should not have a problem, hoping to qualify for the finals at NCs.
You can watch Pollitt in the race on Wednesday, June 10th on ESPNU, and the finals will be on Friday at 8:15 p.m. on ESPN. So on the next Out of Left Field, we're going to try and figure out why the Tamaqua Area High School has so much success throwing the javelin. You will be hearing the name Allison Updike a few times in that story. Updike broke the NCAA Division II javelin record not once but twice during her run to a national championship. Her first throw went 171 feet 5 inches, and later she shattered that with a throw of 181 feet 10 inches. The former Lady Raider brought home the gold for Azusa Pacific University. I called Azusa Pacific at 10 a.m. this morning and got campus security. Forgot about the 3-hour time difference. Right now I'm calling for the FYI standard speaker scoreboard. That's always on time. Daniel Boone. They scored 1 run in the top of the 7th inning, and that was enough to push them through to the next round of the PIAA Quad A playoffs. It was also enough to end another stellar season for the Hazleton area Lady Cougars. Eric Schultz has the full game story in today's standard speaker. The Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, they were swept in a doubleheader last night against Rochester. Russ Kanzler was 1 for 8 in the 2 games combined. The Rail Riders, they stayed hot with another win over the Pawtucket Red Sox. On the season finale of Out of Left Field, we'll be featuring an athlete involved in Coordinated Health's Greater Than One campaign. 6 athletes who were helped back to health by Coordinated Health picked a cause, and Coordinated Health helped them raise some money for it. I met up with the Bethlehem brawler Michael Liberto, a professional MMA fighter who tore his ACL and MCL. He thought his career was over, but just about 8 months after his surgery, he was in the ring at the Sands Bethlehem Event Center for a boxing match that was part of ESPN2's Friday Night Fights heavyweight tournament. He won by knockout. That's a great recovery, but that's not even the craziest part of this story. I have to ask, just so I have the background of the story, boxing, were they weren't just like, hey, you want to box? I mean, did you have a background in boxing?
Actually, no. I have no amateur fights in boxing. They did just say, do you want to box? And I'm the type of guy that, like, if you put me up to some, see, like, in the sport of MMA, if you're a wrestler, like I wanted to demolish the thought that that's all I can do is take you down and everything, that I do have hands and I'm willing to throw them. So I took it as a challenge and I love the fight. So.
Liberto will talk about his background in wrestling, his injury, his recovery, and the John Fenstermacher Wrestling Scholarship Coordinated Health helped him establish on the Season 1 finale of Out of Left Field. To learn more about Liberto and the other athletes involved in the Greater Than One campaign, go to coordinatedhealth.com/sports. That's it for sports right now on FYI. We'll be right back to wrap things up. Thursday is $1 burger night at Bottlenecks. Get a juicy 4th pound burger for only $1 all night long.
Good evening, everyone, and here's tonight's Talk of the Town report. First tonight, McCann School of Business and Technology, the Hazleton campus, will be holding a free welding workshop on Friday, June 5th, and again Friday, June 12th from 9 a.m. to noon. Guests should wear a long-sleeve shirt, long pants, and closed-toed shoes or boots. For more information, please call 570-579-2922. Pre-registration is not required. Our next announcement, the Pennsylvania Theater Performing Arts will be presenting the show The Musical of Musicals on June 12th through 14th and 19th through 21st. The shows will be held at the J.J. Farrar Performing Arts Center, located at 212 West Broad Street in downtown Hazleton. For more information, just call 570-454-5451 or call ptpashows.org. And one more announcement, St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Beaver Meadows will be holding a Christmas in July craft fair on Sunday, July 19th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The church is located on 2nd Street in Beaver Meadows. Food and beverages will also be available. For more information, please call 570-956-1228. That's tonight's Talk of the Town. News 13 would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of Richard A. Mattias, formerly of Rock Glen. Memorial is Friday at 11 a.m. from the Harmon Funeral Home. Friends may call Friday from 10 to 11 a.m.
Hi, I'm Mary Malone from the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce, and today we're talking about the 5th in our series of legislative red carpet breakfasts that will occur on Thursday, June 11th at MMI. This will be the first time that Representative Gerald Mullery will be joining us with the new redistricting of the area. Representative Mullery will be speaking to his constituents at MMI school, so we'd invite anyone interested in having that conversation and hearing Representative Mullery to join us June 11th at MMI in Freeland at 7:45 for the red carpet breakfast.
Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name right now on News 13, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Our winner tonight is Paula Burkhart of Cunningham. Paula, if you're watching, give us a call right now, 570-455-7267, extension 104.
Racing fans, get some rest tonight because tomorrow on FYI we have a huge preview of the big race at Pocono this weekend, and plus we'll take a look at some ARCA action and local racing action, so get ready for that. Until then, take it easy everyone.